Welcome back to the Black FacTours. We want to pick up where we left off. I want to read to you this quote that I've read by Lanita McLean. She wrote a letter in 1983 talking about the same mess that we're going through now. I'll read the quote and then we can talk about her letter. Whether whites can see it or not, admit it or not, they are ingrained by this society with a superior attitude towards blacks that is as natural and reflective and uncontrollable as sneezing.
Wow.
So, Dion, you want to describe the letter that she wrote?
Yeah, so basically, she was just saying how, what was the paper? Chicago Tribune.
Chicago Tribune endorsed Harold Washington in 1983 to be the first black mayor of Chicago.
Right. Now, she was describing her relationships with people at the paper before he was endorsed as a candidate and after. And before, she was saying how, it's a lot of white people that she
went to dinner with, went to the movies with,
best friends, But after the endorsement came, it was totally different. She saw a lot of hatred. And
well, I don't know that she was saying hatred. It seemed to me like it was just not encouraging the black, the first black man,
right,
who was to become the mayor.
Right.
It wasn't endorsing. Right. That's the word I'm trying to go to.
And supposedly, they had the same political
leanings and and thoughts.
So she felt that was something that she definitely didn't expect. And as time passed, she saw the community, were just so opposed to it that it was unbelievable to her. She didn't, it hit her out of left field. So as time went on, they would actually get emails or not emails, but they would get mail just of, I guess, hate mail, you could say. And, the Tribune actually posted, or not posted, but published those letters, as a kind of to show to people, like, this is the mirror image of you. This is what you're doing. And they thought that would be a good thing to show people, all right, look at this negativity. But it actually turned out to be a bad thing because it showed people, hey, we have numbers. So I'm not the only one that thinks like this. Yeah, we don't need this guy, running and
this nigga.
Yeah, to basically, I try to avoid saying it, but yeah, that's basically the sentiment that was out there. And
it seemed like, the same mess is going on 33 years later.
Right.
With the snowball effect of Trump's candidacy and Trump's insane claims and racist sentiment.
Right.
And so, but the letter and everything that surrounded her was basically that it's so ingrained in white people that even white liberals don't acknowledge their privilege, which is, a term that they often don't like to be associated with. But, it's just in every aspect of American life.
Right.
So I want to talk about how nothing's changed in 33 years.
Absolutely nothing. Because like I was telling you, I used to work at a position where I was surrounded by, a lot of whites. And when Obama was actually running for his second term, it was the same situation. But I never bring politics into work. So with me, I never made it into a situation to where it was high tensions. But I can get the sense of people around me, like they know that I'm voting for Obama, and they know that's where my political beliefs are and side with. So it's some type of resentment there, and it's some type of, I don't know. It feels like they look at me as if I'm, a cause of one of their problems, or or I don't know. It was just a weird feeling, but I can ID with how she felt in that letter when I was reading, or in that article when I was reading it, because I was like, I was going through the same exact thing.
And I think that the thing that's key is that you weren't expecting it,
right?
And she wasn't expecting it. But Jamal, you said that it's been ingrained in you for so long that you're not surprised by anything.
Correct.
So can you comment on, just coming from a different perspective? And you were saying that I guess we grew up in an area where we're sort of isolated and Black people have...
Yeah, I think my mother always told me from the very beginning, I think my educational racism in white people was, you have to be 2 steps better than them. She worked in the federal government all of her life, going on close to 40 years now, a little over 35 years. And she's seen it. And she's from the south side of Chicago, from coming here to Washington, D.C. area. She's really been able to see and experience racism up close for years. And my grandfather, told her about racism after being in the United States Air Force, going in 1954. So he was able to see a lot of it. But being in the Washington, D.C. area and being in Prince George's County, white people have kind of given us our own buffers, I guess, our own little niche for us to be.
Did they really give it to us, or was it more white flight? We sort of
but it's easy in this area to probably, if you're under maybe 35, it's kind of easy not to be affected by racism, because
in the whole area, I mean, even in Northern Virginia and in Montgomery County, where white people are, they tend to be more
from elementary school, middle and high school, we've probably, all you've seen is maybe 80%
right.
Black people. And if you decide to go to a historically Black college or university, you never really interact with white people until you get a job. Mm-hmm. And if you don't get a job where you don't have to interact with white people, racism really is not a part of your life. So I always call the DC metropolitan area east of the Anacostia River, it's just a magical place because you don't have to interact with white people if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. And it's not representative of Orlando, Florida, or Minneapolis, St. Paul, is
or just really any other
place in this country.
I mean, even New York, where there's a lot of Blacks, there's still a ton of other
white people
that are ingrained in everyday life, and it's actually an oasis. And I'm actually,
you don't know if you should be scared or happy about it, because it's not representative.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That said, I think the point is that if you grew up in this area, you don't understand how serious
what's going on with the Trump rally,
right,
or this 2016 presidential election
is for everybody else. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, what are your thoughts about Trump not addressing it? Like, how are they not
addressing his people, or
the people that support him?
I would say about that, from what I've read and heard about Trump's father being a wealthy developer, not respecting tenants' rights, even Woody Guthrie. If you guys don't know, Bob Dylan was he's the second coming with Woody Guthrie. But even with Woody Guthrie wrote a song about Trump's father after staying in one of his housing projects in New York City. This just plays into who Trump has been, in my opinion, for years and years and years. Now Trump has a bigger stage in which to show his true nature.
So I wonder, well, there's two things. One, I think that he is addressing it by not addressing it.
Right.
Because
Definitely.
that tells who he is.
Right.
And, so by not addressing it says volumes.
True.
The other thing that strikes me is how many poor, rural, right-leaning people support this rich, condescending, not caring white man. Like, it really is, and it's it's always been like that. It's not, it's not, I guess it's, what do they think they're going to gain from him?
So, how
do you think that the money is going to come to them?
But you know how I classify that? They're racist. I just throw the label on.
Racist people will stick together no matter if they're
rich or poor.
I mean, because he's the same guy that would walk past them if, they were bums on the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And smug, like, man, get off me.
Right.
But to them, they would prefer him than
anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what.
Or anything black.
Or female.
Or female, yeah.
Yeah.
And females probably got it worse than Hillary might have it worse than Obama if she get in there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's probably going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's just, we can even get on. Well, we'll save sexism for another day. Mm-hmm. But the ignorance, maybe, is the best way to put it, appalls me.
I don't even think it's ignorance, because remember, ignorance is just not in the know. They know what they're doing.
But do you really think so? Do you really think they know what they're doing by voting for somebody who
I don't
as a slumlord? Like, I don't think that they get it. I really don't. Like, I can see that they know from the racist side, but I don't think they know from what they're doing to the countryside. Like, what, you know what I mean?
And that, you're right. I don't believe they know, because I didn't even know that until you just told me that. Like, I didn't dig that further into Trump, because I don't take him seriously. Now, I should be, and it's scary because that's our future could be on the line. So I should take it seriously, but I just really don't feel he's going to win. And for somebody that has flip-flopped, because we talked about Mitt Romney, the last term, the flip-flop, nobody has flip-flopped more than Donald Trump. I mean, he supported Hillary. He's supported Republicans going back and forth. And so
why doesn't this come out? Because he's so damn rich?
To me, that's why I said for them, they don't care. And they know, but like, as far as when you went deeper and was saying like the slumlord stuff, I don't think they know, and they don't dig too far into that. But as far as the regular stuff, they'll know that he was supporting Democrats and had those type of views, but they just don't care, because it's like where he is now, they see what it's doing to this side, and they see, he's saying that type of rhetoric, and we don't like them people either. So we're gonna support that. They'll even give him money when they can't afford to pay for something.
So,
because did you hear about that though? Before you go to the next topic,
no.
So his whole thing is, hey, we're not taking any money, but they actually did. What was the guy's name that does Comedy Central? I forget his name, but he did a segment.
Daily Show. Trevor Noah.
There it is. He did not Trevor Noah, the other guy.
Larry Wilmore. Jon Stewart. Stephen Colbert.
The glasses.
Colbert?
Was it Colbert? It might have been Colbert, but he did the segment and he was saying,
the late night showdown.
Yep. Yeah. No. I think it's still on Comedy Central.
Larry Wilmore.
It's two with glasses.
We'll figure it out.
I don't think it's Colbert. But basically, he was just saying.
We'll post a clip in the show notes.
There it is. So he was saying that, Trump is doing all of this. Hey, I don't ask for a dime, and you raised about $9 million already. So the guy who's saying that he don't need no money, and don't tell me you're not asking for it because you got a big donate sign on your website. You know, it's the first thing you see on your website. So yeah, though you don't need it and you're not out there saying, hey, send me money like this. Nah, you're taking money. Like your campaign is taking over $9 million from people. So
you know, Trump has donated money to his campaign, and under campaign financing laws, he can pay himself back.
Yeah, pay himself back. Yeah, that's exactly what he said on there too. So he's gave himself loans that he's going to pay himself back. It's crazy.
What?
It's ridiculous. But I mean, it's just.
I understand why people like his money. I don't know if you want to call it smart, but you know, like his investment type stuff, and he's good. You know, he knows
he's horrible.
No. I mean, he knows how to make money. He doesn't know how to manage money, but he knows how to make money. He knows how to tweak the system. He knows how to file bankruptcy when he needs to. He knows how to do all these things, and I get that. But what I don't get is how people don't see what a corrupt person this is.
Right.
You know, like, how can you not see this? Or how could you ignore it? How can you ignore it and say, I'm going to vote for him anyway? Or Carson, he has whatever they said, you know, whatever, some cerebral about him, or whatever Carson said. You know, it just boggles my mind. It just really, really boggles my mind. And then the fact that it could come down to Trump and Cruz, who's an evangelical, you know, it just really, I just wonder where the country is going, and why is it going in that direction, and how can we stop it? And you know, and the whole Rome didn't fall in a day, and are we headed to ruin type argument? I don't know.
Well, I look at it as, and this is why I keep going, I don't think Trump has a chance, because the reason why he's doing so well is just because everybody on that side is panicking. As far as, you know, the regular citizens, like the Congress, or the Republicans in the Congress and
the
everything.
Established Republicans.
Yeah, the established Republicans.
They don't know what the hell.
Yeah, they like, what the hell? That's why they had to get off the train and say, hey, you know what? I'm throwing my support behind Trump because it's working. Like, he got this people revved up because they're panicking, and it looked like the best idea. But I don't think he has a chance to tell the truth
in the general election.
Right.
And you say that because?
I say that because once they go through the debates and they say, okay, where's the substance? Because I don't know if you know, but he's ended the debates. He said no more debates for, you know, the Republicans.
For his campaign. Like, he's not going to participate.
Right. Okay. Now, how many debates did you watch?
None.
How many debates did you watch?
Maybe 5 in total, Democrat on both sides.
But how many Republicans did you watch?
Maybe 2.
Okay. I watched 1. How many have they had?
A ton.
Right.
I mean, but the debates, he talked about the size of his
hands and
right, and shit like that.
But like, this is what I'm saying. Like, people don't really pay attention until it's the general election. Okay. So
correct.
A lot of stuff that we know that we might have seen from 1 or 2 debates, and we're checking it daily. But a lot of people, they wait till it gets to the nitty gritty. They say, okay, you got these 2 candidates. Which one am I going to choose? Let me look at this debate and see who's saying something that appeals to me.
So, but do you really think that? Because I tend to think that Republicans, no matter what, tend to turn out more than Democrats anyway. Mm-hmm. So what scares me is that neither Hillary nor Sanders may have enough Democrats that they're like, oh, we have to go vote for this person. I mean, they could just be, well, there's no way in hell I want Trump to be my president.
Correct. And that's been the thing from the get-go.
It doesn't matter who's going to be on the Democratic side. Democrats are going to get behind him because Trump cannot be president. Okay.
Right. But I also feel that way with Republicans, because you got to look at, even though he's the Republican candidate, he's rubbed a lot of them the wrong way.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to vote for him. Now,
you think they're going to vote for Hillary?
Nah, but they don't have to. It's just like, if if you don't vote, it's still a vote. Just how you said, how him not speaking on it is still him speaking on it.
Right.
I don't think that, for example, Mitt Romney. I don't have Mitt Romney voting for Trump.
I agree.
It's just like, so people, he has rubbed so many people over the years, and not just politics, but it's people that's sitting there that we don't think of that's probably Republican, but they feel like, man, I don't like what this guy has done for this, and I know about his father being a slumlord, and I know about this. I don't think they're gonna vote for him.
Okay.
I think it's interesting now, and everybody's seeing how far to go, but that was the Tea Party. The Tea Party doesn't fizzle out like that.
But they did vote for the Tea Party.
No.
But they swooped them into Congress.
No, yeah. But I'm saying now, where's the Tea Party?
I mean, Ted Cruz, he's second. He's right behind Trump.
But I don't. Ted Cruz is a joke, though.
But he's right behind Trump. That's the whole thing. It's like we're on our side. He's a joke. On our side, Trump's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, Ted Cruz and Trump are the top two Republican candidates right now. Like that's real.
And I get what you're saying, but I always go back to the Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan was an absolute joke.
Yeah.
They're absolute, and they didn't come close. Now, number-wise popular votes, yeah, it looked close, but it was a blowout when you talk about electoral votes.
So electoral votes is going to go to Trump?
No, electoral votes are going to go to Hillary.
Oh, you're talking about in the general?
Yeah, okay. It's just because these states and how campaigns are run, like Hillary and Bernie, they've been in it for so long, and they know how to target certain states and how to campaign. And when Obama sends his people and they say, "Hey, get behind them and vote," I just think they're going to hit the trails so much harder.
But that brings us back to Obama sending his people. I still don't think
we're his people.
I still don't think that the people who came out for Obama are going to come out.
Has been the truth.
Right. They're not going to come out for Hillary or Bernie the way that they came out for Obama. And I think Hillary and or Bernie would need us, people that look like this, to come out for both of them or either of them. I do.
But remember, Hillary, before the general election, Hillary was she was neck and neck with Obama. She got 18 million votes.
Yeah.
You don't think she's gonna get more than that this time?
No. I don't.
So why do you think she got that much that time?
That's a good question.
You're referring to 2008 when they.
You're talking about 08.
Yeah.
Why she got so many that time? I think because people were ready for her.
No,
they were ready for her.
Yeah.
Barack Obama had literally come out of nowhere. Barack Obama wasn't. He didn't represent the establishment where Hillary did, and I think the country would change.
But I say if she got that many when Obama ran and got more, I think she's going to smash it this time. Like she got that many.
I agree with you. I agree.
Just because everything Obama was saying was so right. It's like I was a Hillary supporter. I'm like, yo, it's Hillary. Like I believe she's going to take us to that next level. But everything, because I watched literally every debate, and I'm like, everything he's saying and everything she's saying is what I want to hear. It's tough to distinguish the two. You just got to go, you got to really nitpick at the smallest of things to see
which black.
Hey. But no,
and now she's a woman.
Right. Honestly, that's what it comes down to. Even with Bernie and Hillary, for the most part, they're talking about,
I don't know though, because Bernie is a little further left than Hillary.
I don't believe so.
You don't
because
think so? He's
when you talk about the gun issue, he's more right. Like he was kind of
on an overall level. I mean, Bernie being the populist that he is, he's more left leaning.
Yeah,
I always looked at it as
the other thing that I think
but
about Bernie is that some of the stuff that he's saying is just not going to happen. I mean, it's
A lot
just
of
not
people believe
realistic. You know, it's sort of like, okay, I get what you're saying, I get what you want to do, but can you give me something that you can actually accomplish?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right. Russell Simmons actually came out and endorsed Hillary because he was saying that he spoke to Bernie Sanders, and Russell Simmons is really big on climate change and being vegan because it helps, I guess, combat that. But when he spoke to Bernie, he was insensitive to black issues, and he was insensitive to climate change. I guess he didn't get what he wanted to get.
I hate when they say he's insensitive to black issues.
He's just old.
But no, but he. But this is the same guy that was on the front line in the civil rights.
Right.
And I hate when they try to paint him.
Absolutely. Right.
But I think that the key difference is that he's all about economic equality.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that would help Black people, but Black people have much deeper issues than just economic equality that I don't think he recognized until later. I think he does now, but at the point where people were saying, yes, we need economic equality, but at the same time, the police got to stop beating our asses.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, so I can see why they say that he doesn't see, and it's hard for especially an old white person to see the issues that are systematic. Going back to Lynetta,
he's been there on the forefront when the 94, 96 crime bill that the Clinton sponsored. He said that this would be bad for minorities, that minorities will feel the brunt. So he's from Brooklyn. I think he understands what's going on today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think he gets an unfair rap because the media wants to push Hillary.
Maybe he doesn't know how to express it.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
There was
that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to, that's one of the reasons Obama did so well, because he knew how to express,
Oh, definitely. There was an article that showed it was just a total bias against Sanders. If you guys look it up, the Washington Post had ran 16 articles, I believe, in one day against Sanders. But I mean, I just think the media.
So are they endorsing Hillary? Or was it opinion?
Yeah.
Now, the one thing, because I didn't never really follow him, but the one thing when Russell Simmons said that I thought of was, is he, what's the word? Is he exploiting blacks to get the black vote right now? Because every time I see him, he's with Killer Mike. Every time I see, he's with a black guy. He's standing next to a hip hop black guy, and
the same can be said for Hillary, and especially when she got up there in front of the black church crowd, and she tried to quote a scripture, and she totally messed it up. It's on my Instagram page.
I gotta check that out.
Well,
pick your poison.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, all the candidates exploit, their people, whoever, the NRA, you know what I mean? Like, that's just the nature of politics, that kind of thing. So I think that how much we can milk it,
right?
How much we can milk their, milk is probably the wrong way to put it, but how much we can, get from their exploitation of us would be helpful in the long run. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you for. Oh wait, is this I'm sorry. Is this another wrap up? We're going to use the last wrap up.
It don't matter. Just wrapping it up.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in.
Yo, Hype Esquire. It's been fun. It's been real. Peace, love, happiness.
Hit me on Instagram at JRock, the letter N, the letter I, don't stop. JRock and I don't stop. Jamal McKee on Facebook, JHAMALMCKEE.
And we are the FacTours. We'll check you out in 2 weeks. Check us out in 2 weeks.
Peace.
Peace.
FacTours. Oh my God.
You'll get it.
What did you say?